Long ago, in a small village surrounded by thick forests and winding rivers, there lived a poor young farmer named Kofi. Kofi worked harder than anyone in the village. Every day he rose before sunrise and returned home long after sunset. Yet no matter how hard he worked, his farm produced very little. While others enjoyed plentiful harvests, Kofi often went to bed hungry. One scorching afternoon, after hours of working under the blazing sun, Kofi sat beneath a giant baobab tree to rest. As he closed his eyes, he heard a faint voice. "Young man, why do you look so troubled?" Kofi jumped to his feet and looked around, but saw no one. Again, the voice spoke. Behind the tree, there, sitting on a stone, was an old woman with silver hair and kind eyes. Kofi respectfully greeted her and explained his struggles. The old woman listened carefully. Then she smiled and handed him a small calabash. "This is no ordinary calabash," she said. "Whenever you are in need, place it on the ground and say, 'Calabash, provide what is needed.' But remember one thing." "What is that?" Kofi asked. "Use it only for necessity, never for greed." Before Kofi could ask another question, the old woman disappeared. Confused but curious, Kofi carried the calabash home. That evening, with nothing to eat, he placed the calabash on the floor. "Calabash, provide what is needed." To his amazement, the calabash began to glow. Moments later, delicious food appeared before him. Rice, vegetables, roasted fish, and fresh fruit filled the room. Kofi could hardly believe his eyes. For the first time in months, he ate until he was satisfied. The next morning, he used the calabash to obtain seeds and farming tools. Soon, his crops began to flourish. As the weeks passed, Kofi's life improved dramatically. Yet, he never forgot the old woman's warning. Whenever he used the calabash, he asked only for what he truly needed. Word of Kofi's success soon spread throughout the village. Among those who heard the rumors was a wealthy but greedy merchant named Mensa. Mensa already owned the largest house and the most land, but he always wanted more. One night, he secretly followed Kofi and watched him use the magical calabash. His eyes widened with greed. "I must have that calabash," he whispered. The following evening, while Kofi slept, Mensa sneaked into his house and stole it. Laughing triumphantly, he rushed home. At once, he placed the calabash on the floor. "Calabash, provide gold!" he shouted. Nothing happened. He tried again. "Calabash, provide diamonds!" Still nothing. Growing impatient, he screamed, "Provide endless riches!" Suddenly, the calabash began to shake violently. A thick cloud of smoke filled the room. Then, instead of gold, hundreds of angry monkeys burst out of the calabash. They leaped across the house, smashing furniture, scattering food, and tearing expensive curtains. Mensa ran in terror as the monkeys chased him through the village. The villagers woke to the sound of his screams. By sunrise, his grand mansion was in ruins. Embarrassed and exhausted, Mensa returned the calabash to Kofi and confessed everything. Kofi expected punishment, but instead remembered the kindness the old woman had shown him. He forgave Mensa. At that moment, the mysterious old woman appeared once more. "You have learned the true secret of the calabash," she said. "The magic was never about wealth. It was about contentment, gratitude, and generosity." She smiled and vanished into the morning mist. From that day forward, Kofi used the calabash not only for himself, but also to help widows, orphans, and struggling families throughout the village. And though he never became the richest man in the land, he became the most respected. For the rest of his life, Kofi never lacked what he truly needed. And the villagers would always remember the lesson of the magic calabash. Greed can destroy even the greatest fortune, but gratitude turns ordinary blessings into lasting